Então, se vocês podem morar em uma cidade pequena no Brasil, mas deve ser vocês moravam em uma cidade grande no seu país. E esse pode dar problema para vocês. Por exemplo, vocês chegam aqui e moram em uma cidade pequena e vocês queriam ir cinema, shopping, mas não tem. Isso vai dar problema, provavelmente. E também, para mim também deu problemas, porque eu queria ir numa cidade. Eu morava em uma cidade grande no meu país e eu queria ir para cinema ou para shopping, mas não tinha na minha cidade, porque minha cidade era muito pequena. Mas eu acostumei, vocês também vão acostumar. Tipo, agora eu penso e eu não queria ir embora uma cidade grande, porque é aqui mais fácil para sair ou algumas coisas para fazer, porque na cidade grande você tem que pegar ônibus ou pegar o metrô. Aqui só até a escola eu vou com bicicleta, é mais fácil de morar.
Oi, tudo intercambistas? Meu nome é Chloe, eu sou taiwanesa. Eu quero falar sobre vocês fazerem intercâmbio no Brasil. Primeiro, vocês têm que aprender bastante, a ajudar a família. E se vocês têm um problema, pode conversar com suas famílias, seus amigos. Aí vocês têm que experimentar qualquer comida você nunca comeu. E aí, meninas, vocês têm que tomar cuidado na rua e à noite. A todos intercampistas, se vocês podem ir todos, viajem, por favor, vai. Porque o Brasil é um país muito bonito. Tchau!
E aí, galera, eu vou dar uma dica para vocês. A primeira coisa, que se você mora em uma cidade pequena, você tem que ocupar seu tempo, tem que fazer um esporte, um instrumento, tocar um instrumento, sei lá, fazer qualquer coisa, mas não tem que ficar no Facebook. Essa é a segunda coisa mais importante. Se você fica o tempo todo no Facebook, você conversa com seus amigos de seu país e você conversa em seu idioma, então atrapalha para seu português. Como no meu caso, eu morava em uma cidade pequena, então eu ficava o tempo todo no Facebook, conversando com os amigos. E isso dá saudade, dá vontade de voltar para seu país. Depois eu comecei a fazer um esporte, e que foi legal. Eu esqueci tudo e comecei a viver no Brasil. Porque se você fica o tempo todo no Facebook, você mora no seu país. Então, tem que fazer seu intercâmbio e morar no Brasil. Aí, beleza.
This is Nick from Taiwan.
It's from Denmark.
And this is Nika from Brazil.
Okay guys, I'm going to tell about the first day. The first day when you arrive at your house, maybe you will feel very tired, but you need to ask some rules from your family. So like, what time you can go back, what time you can't go back home, what thing you can do, what thing you can't do. Maybe you will not like the rules, but the rules of family is very important. Maybe you will have some disagreement with your family, but everyone has that, right? Yeah. So don't be afraid.
That's true. And one really important part of your exchange is taking your chances and taking your opportunities, because you're going to be offered a lot of stuff. You're going to be offered a lot of opportunities to travel around Brazil. You're going to have some opportunities to go to a lot of parties, to meet your friends, to get a lot of friends during your exchange.
Yes.
And one very important part of your exchange is taking these chances and becoming a part of the culture as well. Really important.
Okay, at school the first day will be a little strange, because you will feel very excited, but don't be afraid, because they are very friendly. They were going to They were going to talk a lot with you. They were going to try speak English, even they don't know how to speak English. But they were going to teach you a lot of bad words. You just like like sound of D. Yeah, but they are so friendly.
Yeah, and during your exchange, you're gonna make a lot of friends, not just Brazilians, but you're gonna make a lot of friends from people all around the world. And you're gonna have some great experiences with people who are so very different from all you've ever known your entire life. And I think you need to take these chances, because these friendships that you make with your fellow exchange students, maybe they're not the best ones, but they're definitely the strongest ones. And it's really great experience knowing that people who are so different can become so good friends.
Yes.
Wow. Yeah.
And in your exchange, you will form so many times. You will make a lot of mistakes, but the most important is you will learn a lot from your mistake. You will grow up.
Yeah, and I think the most important part of like falling during your exchange and making mistakes is learning from your mistakes. And everyone makes mistakes, but the most important part is falling more lightly and learning to fall correctly. Because if you have some kind of knowledge about like learning from your mistakes, you may not make the same mistake again. So I think the most important part is learning to pick yourself up.
Yeah.
Hello there! The most important thing in the beginning of your exchange will be to learn the language. I stuck all the Portuguese words on the things in the house, so I saw them every day and was learning them really fast. The second thing is try to leave your life in your home country behind you and don't worry too much about it, because if you're worrying and thinking a lot of your life there, you're going to miss a lot of special moments and days here in Brazil, in your home country. Try to fill up your timetable with hobbies, meet friends, or join a club in your school or in another place. And because if you have a lot of things to do, you are not going to miss your family and your home country as much, because you are busy and don't have time to use Facebook as much and think too much about your home country. So I know you're going to use Facebook, but try to keep it in a limit. And yeah, I know you can do it.
Hello folks, my name is Distrito, from the Netherlands. I'm 18 years old, for the ladies. I'm a single man. The first thing I want to talk about is change. You should be open to everything your host country has to offer you. If you don't want a lot of change your upcoming year, basically you should stay at home, because an exchange year, it's all about it. And for example, if you are in your family, you should not expect your family to adapt to you. It's you who has to adapt to their customs and what they do. Also, another thing. In the Netherlands, the roads are they're safe. I can basically do anything at any time that I want and be safe. Here, it's not the same thing. If I walk at the streets and I want to change music or something like that, I have to take my iPod, look at it. But I always have to keep one eye at the road. It's not that dangerous actually. It's dangerous if you don't pay attention. You always pay attention to your surroundings and the people who are around you. Last thing I want to talk about, I was in the last year here. All of my classmates, all of my friends, they had their final exams. So they were just studying the whole day. And they basically didn't have time to invite me to things because they didn't do things. And I had to make a big effort to hang out with them. And making this effort to actually hang out with them, that's a good thing. You should hang out with Brazilian people or people from your host country as much as you can do. And that's basically my
Hey guys, I've got 3 L's for you today. First L, learning the language. Now, I think the most important part of the beginning of your exchange is learning the language. The faster you learn the language, the more free you become. You can talk with your friends, you can make friends, you can communicate. It's a no-brainer. Learning the language is very important. Now, I believe most of you have already started school, and a lot of people that can speak English would have been speaking to you a lot. Now, the first 2 or 3 weeks, that's fun, that's cool. You can't speak much Portuguese. But if you don't say, okay, now I want to learn Portuguese, I want to stop speaking English, they will use and abuse you to learn and practice English with you. And that's not cool. You've got to be very firm, and that's where most of your learning will occur. Portuguese. It's going to be at school. So be careful. Take advantage of learning Portuguese from these people that can communicate with you. So that's the first L. Learn the language. Second L is letting go. Now, a lot of things here might be strange for you. They might be very strange. Their dancing, the type of music they learn, or what they do, or how they kiss each other 50 times a day. It can be strange. But you've got to let go of your shyness, your timidness, and embrace this culture. You've got to let go of the old self, of yourself. Because on this exchange, in this 1 year in Brazil, you are going to find a new you. And it's very exciting. You will find a new you. So, let go of yourself. The third L is live it up. Go on the trips that Rotary offers. Do things with your family. Go to opportunities that your friends give you, parties, whatever. But live it up. Don't spend all the time on Facebook, on Instagram, on crying about your family at home. You can miss them, okay, that's fine. But live it up here in Brazil. You've got 1 year. 1 year that will pass very fast, and use it. So, 3 L's. Learn the language, let go of yourself, and live it up. Cool? And before I go, I'll play my invisible violin.
Agora já?
Aham, agora.
Tá, de novo, desculpa.
Facebook is one thing.
This is from Taiwan,
It's from Denmark.
and this is Nick. Okay, this is Nick from Taiwan.
3 meses, mas depois eu acostumei, você também vai acostumar. E outra coisa,
Learning them really fast.
and cut!